Good morning, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Today is Monday. Beautiful day we're supposed to be having today.
Not too bad there. A little warm, a little humid. Great weather for all the activities from last weekend.
And following a fantastic weekend, much to do. We hope you had a chance to check out Cherry Festival, Greek Fest, a lot
Cherry
going on.
Fest here, Greek Fest there. Just can't hit them all. I mean, there's so much to do.
You can try, but there's just so much going on in the summer. Roar on the Shore coming up this week.
That's right. And, you know, just more and more. And, of course, you know, we always have, you know, the 8 Great Tuesdays and all that stuff here. And the weather overall should cooperate.
Love to hear it. We'll have the forecast coming up for you shortly, but happening later today, a visit from the President's Secretary of Education. This is coverage concerning your schools. Betsy DeVos is expected to make her way into Erie later this afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. She's expected to visit an elementary school as well as speak with teachers and students. Also supposed to be making some time for the local media. A bizarre case of a body found buried in a backyard has landed 2 people in the Erie County prison. It's continuing coverage Saida Abbas has for us this morning.
Ashley Frank tried to locate Vincent Force at the Thunderbird Motel and his 28-year-old caretaker, Elizabeth Taylor's residence at 231 West 5th Street. Frank filed a missing person report at the Mill Creek Police Department.
We had had prior dealings with this person in regards to welfare checks, I think because of his age and a disability that he had. So that led them to us, thinking that maybe he was still living in our jurisdiction.
On July 5th, 2018, Taylor met with Frank at Adult Protective Services and advised her that she had last seen the missing person in the last week of June.
Frank spoke with 33-year-old Antonia McLaurin, who lived with Taylor. No information about the body is being given at this time.
Detectives, along with Mercyhurst forensic students, exhumed a body that was wrapped in plastic.
Neighbors were surprised to wake up to a crime scene.
I was terrified because I had no idea what was going on, and I had gotten a safety alert from my school saying they found a deceased person, so I wasn't sure what that entailed.
McLaurin and Taylor are both in custody at the Erie County Prison. Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
An autopsy on the body is scheduled for this morning. Taylor and McLaurin were arraigned Saturday night and sent to the Erie County Prison. Their bond set at $300,000 each. And the search for a missing boater on Chautauqua Lake continued into Sunday night. Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, dive teams, fire departments, and a helicopter all joined in on the effort late Saturday. The search has been concentrating on the southern half of Chautauqua Lake near Lakewood. Witnesses told the sheriff's deputies that the victim jumped off his boat to go swimming. Unfortunately, he did not resurface. Chautauqua County Sheriff's identifying the boater as 47-year-old Timothy Yoakum of Faulkner, New York. He disappeared about 5:30 Saturday evening. And a Corey man will be in court today for his preliminary hearing over a hit and run. It's new this morning. Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning. The accident happening in the 600 block of West Washington Street in Corey around 1:30 a.m. on May 12th. The 46-year-old Wellman was later arraigned on multiple charges. Victim is a 54-year-old woman. She was taken to Corey Memorial Hospital for treatment. And a man who walked away from his work release program is scheduled for his preliminary hearing today. 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon on June 24th by Erie Police. Smith allegedly walked away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street the morning of June 23rd. He had been at the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. Warriors to Washington was honored on the floor of the U.S. House by Congressman Mike Kelly. Founded in 2013, Warriors to Washington was created to honor the veterans from the northwestern Pennsylvania region. The group raises money to fund an annual trip to Washington, D.C., by which post-9/11 veterans are treated to an all-expense-paid experience. President of Warriors to Washington, Joe Fott, is proud of what the group has done in the past 5 years.
I was really quite surprised and quite taken aback. It's not often that you're recognized for starting an organization that serves veterans and will lead to something like this.
A lot of camaraderie, of course, while giving attendees a rewarding experience. And an almost perfect weather weekend made for an excellent 30th annual Greek Fest. From food and music to learning about religion, the annual Erie has become a tradition for many families in the area. For 3 decades now, the festival has brought people together of all cultures to indulge in all things Greek culture. One man actually came all the way from Greece to sell his books aimed at teaching children about the many figures in Orthodox history.
For us, it's beautiful to see people coming and discovering this beauty that they didn't know. It belongs to them. I couldn't believe it. We just thought, okay, we'll only be Greeks or Russians or Romanians who buy books. Far from that. It's probably 10% that are Greeks and the rest is local people.
Proceeds from the Greek Fest help to fund the Assumption Greek Orthodox Church. Now, this week's Made in America takes us to Cold Draft International. They're the makers of cold draft ice machines. The business has been around since 1955, manufacturing these machines from start to finish. Now, every machine that leaves the Erie facility is made in America, made right here.
There's a lot more that goes into an ice cube and taking heat out of water.
John Zweigart knows ice cubes, and all ice cubes are not the same, especially when they come from one of his cold draft ice machines.
Our ice machines are manufactured with a horizontal evaporator, where everybody else in the industry is a vertical evaporator. So the way the ice is made, it forms in layers, and it gives you a harder, more solid cube.
A perfect 1¼ inch by 1¼ inch ice cube. These machines are manufactured from start to finish at the Erie plant, from bending and punching the sheet metal to welding the pieces to installing and connecting the electrical pieces. Each one of the evaporators are skillfully put together, from the bending of the copper tubing to the placement of the ice grids. But it's the design that makes these machines so special. The impurities in the water drain out. It's only the pure water that freezes and makes that perfect cube.
The pure water freezes, and since it freezes in small layers, you get an individual cube that is perfectly square. It's more clear, it's harder, it melts slower than your normal ice.
And of course, this is one Made in America company that's reflected on every box that leaves the building.
We got to do it cost effective, and that takes some investment. When you have the investment, manufacture in America is the best that you can have.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
If you love nature and history, then a film playing at the Tom Ridge Environmental Center is for you. The film is called Amazon Adventure. It introduces people to an influential explorer and scientist, T.R. Braddock. Find out why this film is attracting so much support.
Amazon Adventures takes viewers back in time to learn about the interesting journey of naturalist and explorer Henry Walter Bates. While Bates was in the Amazon, he collected and cataloged specimens from over 14,000 species, 8,000 of them new to science.
We saw the poster and it looked like a fun time. So.
The Schroeder family is from Pittsburgh, and they decided to take a trip to the Tom Ridge Environmental Center and watch Amazon Adventures while they're in Erie.
And just take him around and watch him interact with everything.
And then from there. The film Amazon Adventures is sponsored by Edinburgh University, and the filmmakers are SK Films and HHMI Tanglebank Studios.
We've been committed to environmental initiatives over the years, and Trek does a great job in bringing environmental education to the region, so we want to partner with them.
Edinburgh University's interim president, Dr. Michael J. Hannon, says sponsoring the film is one of the many environmental education initiatives the university has to offer.
We offer 3 different degree programs specializing in different aspects of environmental science and environmental policy and studies.
Amazon Adventures will show daily at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Tiara Braddock, Jet 24 Action News.
The second stop of the National Stand-Up Paddleboard Championship races comes to Erie over the weekend. It was a great weekend to be out on the waters of Lake Erie. More than a dozen racers from around the country took part in these races. Although these races are competitive, many people pursue the sport after having more luck than they expect in their first race. As competitive paddleboarding becomes increasingly popular, the race is expected to grow in size in the coming years.
This is actually my second time paddleboarding. I tried it in Reno the first time and did pretty well, and decided to stick with it. So now I got a new hobby.
It was was against a bunch of pros, some Olympic athletes, and I ended up winning the whitewater division, and I got sponsored as a paddle athlete after that.
Of course, the weather was beautiful, which made for a great weekend to be out on the water. The second annual Hazard Con brought fans of Japanese animation and culture to the Ambassador Hotel this weekend. Cosplay, video games, and plenty of merchandise from your favorite anime shows were just some of what was offered at this year's Hazard Con event. Since its start last year, attendees have doubled, making organizers hopeful about conventions in the future.
Kind of brings a community of people that enjoy the culture together, and it allows the community of Erie to kind of learn more about anime and Japanese culture in general.
We're told that Hazard Con and the Ambassador have come to an agreement to continue holding the cons at this location for the next several years. The time now is 6:12, and coming up on Good Day Erie, we have your latest headlines and weather. Stay with us.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuatra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie. Action News is brought to you in high definition by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
You can change too. Lease a new Kia Forte for only $139 a month with zero down at Auto Express Superstore.
I want to see it in a Kia. I used to drive a Jeep. Now I drive a Kia.
You can change too. Lease an all-wheel drive Kia Sorento for only $279 a month with zero down at Auto Express Superstore.
I want to see ya in a Kia.
Children's educational programming reports for WJET are available at fcc.gov. A link to the online public file can be found on yourerie.com.
Closed captioning brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care.
Lake Erie Cycle Fest has a ride for every kind of cyclist. The early birds, the slow rollers, jelly jammers, Western explorers, those who play in the dirt, and others who enjoy scavenger hunts. Find a ride that fits your style. Information and registration for Lake Erie Cycle Fest are at eriecyclefest.org. Lake Erie Cycle Fest is presented by Highmark and St. Vincent Hospital, part of Allegheny Health Network, and by these sponsors. Lake Erie Cycle Fest benefits WQLN, Emergicare, and the YMCA.
Weather is brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Alfa Romeo and Fiat.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Get an all-wheel drive Alfa Romeo Giulia or Stelvio, your choice. Zero down, only $349 a month.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Here's a pretty shot from Conneaut Lake. This is our Skycam, our channel lock Skycam, and there it is, the big red sun there in the eastern sky, clearing the horizon, and it's definitely a hazy one. You can see a bit of haze out over the lake and some fog as well. But the lake itself, pretty tranquil, not a lot of wind, a real pretty start again to the day. And I'm sure other areas have some great sunrises as well. Temperatures, not bad. Typical July, warm start, muggy. Harbor Creek, dawn has 72, same temperature downtown Erie. George Venango Township, temperature up a couple degrees, up to 66. Same for Becky and French Creek, 64 at Corey. 69 in Summit. Edinburgh holding at 67, 71 out toward Albion, and 73 out in Mill Creek and Lake City. Woodcock Borough, John 67. Sagertown, Mikey got 65 this morning, 69 in Linesville, and a cooler 61 in Chandler's Valley, the cool spot there, and 64 out towards Saybrook. A lot of moisture in there, as you can see. Dew points, except for Bradford, well into the 60s and close to 70 degrees. So we have some mugginess in the air, no doubt about it. But so far, not a lot in the way of precipitation around the region. Live satellite radar composite. A few scattered showers forming here with this trough. That trough's going to slide into the region during the afternoon. Now, the Actual front itself will still take a while to get here, probably not until late tonight. As that trough comes in, sometime around midday, I think it'll start to set off some showers and storms. Who gets hit is a tough call, so keep your eye on the sky if you have any plans for the afternoon. Chance of severe is pretty low, but we could have some real good downpours and maybe a few gusty winds. Cold front moves through, cooler and drier air for tomorrow and into the middle of this week. On the lake, winds will be southwest 5 to 12, waves a foot or less, water temperature at 63. So partly sunny this morning, some scattered showers and storms for the afternoon. Very warm, humid, temperatures in the middle to upper 80s outside of any rainfall. From your weather authority, showers and storms for tonight as that front moves on by. That'll lead to some maybe some early showers here in Erie. Better chance of some early showers in the mountains, and some sunshine breaks out, and then dry, pleasant for Wednesday and Thursday. So weather picture. Here's a neat little picture from Dakota Hodge of Springfield Elementary School. Dakota's on the top of a hill singing.
Oh.
Those are musical notes there, and some flowers, big blue sky, and some sunshine. And weather like this should make everyone sing.
Wow. I've been singing in the studio this morning.
Yeah, she has.
Tom doesn't like it very much.
No, I'm loving it. You're singing classic Billy Joel.
I am.
Didn't think you were capable of singing from my era.
I have so many Billy Joel songs memorized. Absolutely love him.
Yes, I definitely have changed my opinion about him.
Oh, good, Tom.
Low to begin with, but anyone who likes Billy Joel is certainly a friend of mine.
Good. Thank you.
Okay. Now, the trivia question I have for you, don't overthink this.
Oh, man. Okay.
This is one of those don't overthink. Okay. What biblical figure killed 1/4 of mankind? Okay. You have a half hour to think about it. What biblical figure killed 1/4?
Do I get options?
Of mankind. Oh, no. No, it's go back to your basic biblical people.
We're gonna Google this one. Okay.
Go early in the Bible. That's a little clue for you.
Okay.
And the answer coming up within the half hour.
Now time to meet the cutest pet of the week, thanks to our friends at Country Fair.
This picture was taken by Amy. This is Milo. Hey, I have a cat named Milo. Okay, enjoying a stroll through the Lawrence Park Golf Course to the lake.
Very cute. You can upload a picture of your pet on our website. Head over to yourerie.com. You'll see the link for that on our contest page. It's time now for some Motivation Monday.
Today, Matt Pavanik is talking about stretching to get ready to run.
Good morning, Matt. What you got today?
Hey guys, welcome back to Motivation Monday. I'm Matt Probonic, owner of iRock Fitness and Fitness U, here to tell you how to stay safe when getting ready for any outdoor run, even running inside. But I thought I'd come out here to Frontier Park today because this is like one of our favorite places to do exercise and show you how you can really benefit for some general pre-workout movements that will keep you safe and injury-free. I'm also going to show you how to use something as simple as a bench to do some exercises on and also some pre-exercise startups. So just getting going, a lot of research has shown that it's better to do movements to get ready for movement rather than stretches to get ready for movement. So I'm going to show you some of our favorites that we like to do before we get out and run. The Achilles tendon and the calf is very, very involved when you're running. What we like to do is have our members raise their toes up, and then you do a slight heel raise. So you're going to raise them up and then raise the heels. Raise them up, raise the heels. You're going to want to do that about 20 times. Another thing we want to do is open the lower back, open the hamstrings, and really get our body warm. So I like to bring our members down, and we slowly walk our hands out into a plank position and then walk our hands back. And that is a great way of getting your whole body warmed up, your arms, your core, your legs, and you're going to want to do about 20 repetitions of that. The next thing you can also do is just some really, really slight reverse lunges and get the knees going and get the quad muscles going and your hips and glutes. Sitting down on a bench, you can always take that foot up over your knee and start to work your hip out a little bit. The hips, knees, and ankles are often those areas that people have the biggest pain and problem with. So you really want to make sure that you get into doing those warm-up movements and start your runs off not in a sprint. You want to start off nice and easy, and you want to end a little bit stronger. So guys, I hope you really enjoy that segment. I hope it helps you get ready for your active running or any outdoor activity that you're doing. When we get back, we're going to be talking about some ways you can exercise outside and also cool down from your run when we get back.
Looks good.
Sounds good. Good stuff.
Good tips. Time now for this morning's birthdays.
In our birthday spotlight today, happy birthday to Bridget Farr. Bridget, the big 4-0. Happy happy birthday.
Woo, happy birthday.
Come on down to the station. We have a Dairy Queen cake coupon just for you. There's some other local people celebrating today.
The 2018 Outlander Sport is likely the lowest cost CV you'll find with all the features you want. Standard equipment includes a rear view camera, 18-inch alloy wheels, a 7-inch touchscreen, LED running lights and fog lamps, and of course, Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. See the restyled Outlander Sport, now at a price we dare you to compare. Only $17,988 at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Wet basement? Listen to what customers say about Klein Basement Systems.
Anyone who had a similar situation as me, I would definitely recommend Klein.
It's dry and safe, and we love it.
Systems. It's time to call Klein.
See the video at kleinbasementsystems.com.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I see them every day.
Curtains. They're always drawn in this place.
I know.
That guy seems like he's in charge of them. I don't know. I don't feel very good about this.
We have to report this.
Yes, absolutely.
Over 600 new vehicles 24/7 at HumesForCars.com.
The Tri-States Pre-Owned Vehicles Superstore is right here at Humes, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. We've got over 250 pre-owned cars, trucks, minivans, and sport utilities. All makes, all models, gas and diesel. We'll have just the one you want, and with our immediate on-the-spot financing plan, we'll be able to tailor a payment plan to meet any budget. Many are certified and have the balance of the factory warranty. Come see us today. We're only 9 miles south of Mill Creek Mall on Peach Street in Waterford.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Welcome to the Ag Weather segment here as you check things out on our tower cam. This is the New Motors tower cam, and we're looking at a very hazy look as we look toward the east. Of course, we have the typical Summit and Mill Creek build-up here, and nice trees off toward the east, and some high clouds and some hazy conditions as we head on toward the lake for this morning. And things should be dry, at least for the morning hours, albeit on the humid side here. Low 70s right now, the current temperatures across the lake shore, and not too bad inland, mid to upper 60s, Venango Township through Edinburgh. Corey at 64 right now, and those 60s to near 70 continue in Crawford County, and low 60s out toward Chandler's Valley and into the Saybrook area. Dew points are high. We have a lot of moisture in the air, just like we had over the weekend. Storms, though, were pretty limited because we didn't have a big trigger. Even the trigger today, not very prominent. Winds out of the south right now, almost 10 miles an hour, so a touch of a breeze here in Erie, but winds will stay generally at 10 mile an hour or less for the day. So as we head on into the afternoon, as the front approaches, we'll probably see some scattered showers and storms. Tough call here. Now, Futurecast wants to start them near the lake shore, but almost anyone could see them develop as we head on into the afternoon. You can see them popping up here and there like popcorn, typical summertime. The threat of severe pretty low, but some of these storms have some real good downpours. The front itself moves through tonight, so the storms will continue for tonight, and some much-needed rainfall for many of us. The front itself goes through 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That'll bring in some cooler and drier air for much of tomorrow. Ag Business of the Week continues here with Fennell Farms out there in Harbor Creek along Route 20. Tiffany calling in at 68 degrees out there. And Fennell Farms, a proud member of your Erie County Farm Bureau, encouraging you to buy local ag. You just can't beat it. So chance of afternoon storms for the day. Some places could get hit with over an inch of rain, but at least a quarter of an inch where any rain does fall, but it will be scattered. Some of you may not get any rain for the day. Southwest winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And from your weather authority, we're going to have more showers and storms for tonight. And some could linger into tomorrow morning. Here in Erie, they should be done early, but probably not until midday for those of you that live out toward Warren. Then the sun comes out, drier conditions, and we'll keep it dry as we head toward Wednesday and into Thursday.
Thank you, Tom. The last two Blockbuster stores in Alaska are closing, one in Fairbanks and one in Anchorage. And you may be asking, do Blockbuster stores still exist? The answer is John
Thursday night is movie night for John and Hannah Karantana.
We're trying to figure out if we want something funny or if we want something scary. I don't want scary.
But it's not just a trip to find a film. It's also a trip down memory lane.
We have friends in town visiting, so we wanted to bring them as well to one of the only Blockbusters left in the States.
And it might be their last chance.
Just breaks your heart, you know.
The end of August spells the end of Blockbuster in Alaska.
Thank you for calling Blockbuster Video on the Bar. This is Kevin. I may help you.
Kevin Damude has been here nearly all of this store's 28 years.
Living the dream, living the dream.
He's seen the industry change as more people go to streaming services. But he says Netflix isn't for everyone.
You get a lot of customers that just don't want to do that. For one thing, it's expensive. And another thing is, if you don't have high speed, it's a waste of time to do it, you know? So there's still something to say about coming in and talking to somebody.
The adventure of just walking through aisle by aisle.
Okay.
Hannah and friends have decided on a movie for tonight.
I would like one, yeah.
Now the question is,
thank you.
Where will they rent their next one?
Sad to say that this is the end.
By the way, the last Blockbuster store in the U.S. is in Bend, Oregon. In this morning's GMA First Look, two campers solving a week-long mystery, saving a 23-year-old woman's life in Big Sur, California.
In this morning's GMA First Look, two campers solving a week-long mystery, saving a 23-year-old woman's life in Big Sur, California. These are photos of her rescue way down at the bottom of a cliff. Angela Hernandez was driving on Highway 1 on July 6 when she swerved, trying to avoid hitting a rabbit, but she lost control of her Jeep and it flew off the cliff, hitting the bottom, knocking Angela unconscious. For 7 days, silence, until Chad and Chelsea Moore came upon the Jeep. Angela's sister posting this emotional message on Facebook.
I just want to thank everybody. I'm sorry, I'm like in shock. Everybody that helped. It's day 7, and you guys all helped us through the whole thing, and Angela would not be okay.
And we'll have the latest on this incredible survival story coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, New York.
Fruits and veggies are essential to your health, but it's tough to get enough of their nutrients. New One A Day with Nature's Medley is the only complete multivitamin with antioxidants from one total serving of fruits and veggies. Try New One A Day with Nature's Medley.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, we carry flowers that signify why we want to end the disease. And we walk so that one day there will be a white flower for Alzheimer's first survivor. Join the fight at alz.org/walk.
Technology stocks extended their gains Wednesday.
That snack just sounded boring. Coming through. No photos, please. Bye-bye, Bland. Hello, delicious.
Rich, creamy, 100% real cheese. With Mini Baby Bell, snack time is saved.
Saved it.
Stop fearing your alarm clock with new ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with melatonin that supports your natural sleep cycle, so you can seize the morning. New ZzzQuil Pure Z's.
The 2018 Nissan Altima. This stylish car is a top safety pick plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. 0% financing for 60 months or $6,000 off its MSRP. Only at Interstate Nissan.
The ability to have an engaged parent get involved. And I get to do that every single day. That's what CCA provides for us.
School is almost back in session. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me.
The 2018 Nissan Altima. This stylish car is a top safety pick plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. 0% financing for 60 months or $6,000 off its MSRP. Only at Interstate Nissan.
And the ESPY goes to...
Celebrate the year's greatest moments in sports and the heroes behind them. Danica Patrick hosts the ESPYs, live Wednesday on ABC.
Jet 24, your weather authority. This is your forecast first.
It's 6:30. Good morning to you. We do have some nice weather, a little hazy, a little humid out there in the Edinburgh area as we start out the day here, so watch for that. It's a muggy 74 degrees at the airport and dew point at 69. Frontal system will approach during the afternoon. That could set off some scattered showers and storms as temperatures reach the middle to upper 80s. A little cool down for tomorrow. More details on the rest of the forecast later in the show. Good morning, Erie starts now.
From your news leader.
We'll give you more details of the body found on the 200 block of West 5th Street.
Plus, the president's Secretary of Education is scheduled to visit Erie later today.
A locally sponsored film is hitting the big screen at the Trek. We'll tell you why it's attracting attention.
Live in high definition from your news leader. This is Jet 24. Good morning, Erie.
Good morning, Erie. I'm Elena LaQuatra. Today is Monday, Saturday, and Sunday. Beautiful days. Hope you were able to get out and enjoy the many festivals, the weather.
That's right.
Cherry Festival was a hit.
Cherry Festival was great. Greek Festival was good.
Equally wonderful.
The parade was just a great time. People in Northeast really do love to support. I mean, they love the cherries, of course, but they love their fire departments, and always a good time.
Absolutely, and the Greek Fest also equally wonderful. The food was fantastic, the Greek dancing phenomenal, and so many members of the church getting together to volunteer and help out to raise money.
They are hard workers there, and this week it's Roar on the Shore.
Sure is. And, we'll have
Bike
lots
Week
of coverage.
Well.
Yep, lots of motorcycle coverage for you coming up this week. We're beginning this morning with a bizarre case of a body found buried in an Erie backyard. It's landed 2 people in the Erie County Prison. It's continuing coverage. Saida Abbas has for us this morning.
Ashley Frank tried to locate Vincent Force at the Thunderbird Motel and his 28-year-old caretaker, Elizabeth Taylor's residence at 231 West 5th Street. Frank filed a missing person report at the Mill Creek Police Department.
We had prior dealings with this person in regards to welfare checks, I think because of his age and a disability that he had. So that led them to us thinking that maybe he was still living in our jurisdiction.
On July 5th, 2018, Taylor met with Frank at Adult Protective Services and advised her that she had last seen the missing person in the last week of June. Frank spoke with 33-year-old Antonia McLaurin, who lived with Taylor. No information about the body is being given at this time.
Detectives, along with Mercyhurst forensic students, exhumed a body that was wrapped in plastic.
Neighbors were surprised to wake up to a crime scene.
I was terrified because I had no idea what was going on, and I had gotten a safety alert from my school saying they found a deceased person, so I wasn't sure what that entailed.
McLaurin and Taylor are both in custody at the Erie County Prison. Saida Abbas, Jet 24 Action News.
An autopsy on the body is scheduled for this morning. Taylor and McLaurin were arraigned Saturday night and sent to the Erie County Prison with the bond set at $300,000 each. And the search for a missing boater on Lake Chautauqua continued into Sunday night. Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, dive teams, fire departments, and a helicopter all joining in on the efforts late Saturday. The search has been concentrating on the southern half of Chautauqua Lake near Lakewood. Witnesses tell the sheriff's deputies that the victim jumped off his boat to go swimming, unfortunately never resurfacing. Chautauqua County sheriffs are identifying the boater as 47-year-old Timothy Yoakum of Faulkner, New York. He disappeared about 5:30 Saturday evening. And a Corey man will be in court today for his preliminary hearing over a hit and run. It's new this morning. Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning. The accident happening in the 600 block of West Washington Street in Corey around 1:30 a.m. on May 12th. The 46-year-old Wellman was later arraigned on multiple charges. The victim is a 54-year-old woman. She was taken to Corey Memorial Hospital for treatment. And a man who walked away from his work release program is scheduled for his preliminary hearing today. That's 26-year-old Caleb Smith of Emporium. He was taken into custody at the City Mission on French Street shortly after noon on June 24th by Erie police. Smith allegedly walked away from the Erie Community Correction Center on West 2nd Street the morning of June 23rd. He had been at the center since 2017 after pleading guilty to a charge of theft by unlawful taking. A visit by the President's Secretary of Education is on the City of Erie's schedule this afternoon. It's coverage concerning your schools. Betsy DeVos is expected to make her way into Erie sometime later this afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. She's expected to visit an elementary school as well as speak with teachers and students. Also expected to make some time for the local media. And that brings us to today's poll question. We're asking, which of these kinds of schools do you send your children to? You can choose from public, private, charter, or homeschool. That question will be posted all day long. Head over to yourerie.com and vote, then tune in tomorrow to see how your answer compares with everyone else. As we were discussing, a fantastic weather weekend for an excellent 30th annual Greek Fest. From food to music to learning about the Orthodox religion, the annual Panegyri Greek Fest has become a tradition for families in the area. For 3 decades now, the festival has brought people together from all cultures to indulge in all things Greek culture. One man traveled all the way from Greece to sell his books, which are aimed at teaching children about the many figures in Orthodox history.
For us, it's beautiful to see people coming and discovering this beauty that they didn't know. It belongs to them. I couldn't believe it. We just thought, okay, we'll only be Greeks or Russians or Romanians who buy books. Far from that. It's probably 10% that are Greeks and the rest is local people.
Proceeds from the annual Greek Fest help to fund the Assumption Greek Orthodox Church. This week's Made in America takes us to Cold Draft International. They're the makers of cold draft ice machines. This business has been around since 1955, manufacturing these machines from start to finish. Now, every machine that leaves the Erie facility is made in America, made right here.
There's a lot more that goes into an ice cube and taking heat out of water.
John Zweigard knows ice cubes, and all ice cubes are not the same, especially when they come from one of his cold draft ice machines.
Our ice machines are manufactured with a horizontal evaporator, where everybody else in the industry is a vertical evaporator. So the way the ice is made, it forms in layers, and it gives you a harder, more solid cube.
A perfect 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 ice cube. These machines are manufactured from start to finish at the Erie plant, from bending and punching the sheet metal to welding the pieces to installing and connecting the electrical pieces. Each one of the evaporators are skillfully put together, from the bending of the copper tubing to the placement of the ice grids. But it's the design that makes these machines so special. The impurities in the water drain out. It's only the pure water that freezes and makes that perfect cube.
The pure water freezes, and since it freezes in small layers, you get an individual cube that is perfectly square. It's more clear, it's harder, it melts slower than your normal ice.
And of course, this is one Made in America company that's reflected on every box that leaves the building.
We got to do it cost effective, and that takes some investment. When you have the investment, manufacture in America is the best that you can have.
Made in America, Made Right Here is presented by Channel Lock. To nominate a local business you'd like to see featured, click on the news tab at yourerie.com.
If you love nature and history, then a film playing at the Tom Rage Environmental Center is for you. The film is called Amazon Adventure. It introduces people to an influential explorer and scientist. Tiara Braddock find out why this film is attracting so much support.
Amazon Adventures takes viewers back in time to learn about the interesting journey of naturalist and explorer Henry Walter Bates. While Bates was in the Amazon, he collected and cataloged specimens from over 14,000 species, 8,000 of them new to science.
We saw the poster and it looked like a fun time.
The Schroeder family is from Pittsburgh, and they decided to take a trip to the Tom Ridge Environmental Center and watch Amazon Adventures while they're in Erie.
And just take him around and watch him interact with her.
And then The film Amazon Adventures is sponsored by Edinburgh University, and the filmmakers are SK Films and HHMI Tanglebank Studios.
We've been committed to environmental initiatives over the years, and Trek does a great job in bringing environmental education to the region, so we want to partner with them.
Edinburgh University's interim president, Dr. Michael J. Hannon, says sponsoring the film is one of the many environmental education initiatives the university has to offer.
We offer 3 different degree programs specializing in different aspects of environmental science and environmental policy and studies.
Amazon Adventures will show daily at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. Tiara Braddock, Jet 24 Action News.
And it was an entire weekend of bringing the medal. The 814 Metal Fest rocked the Wattsburg Fairgrounds. Heavy metal bands from the area and neighboring states showing off their talent at this music festival. The fest is the only all-metal music festival in the region. It's time now to show you the results of our daily YourErie.com poll question. We asked you, what is your favorite genre of music? You could choose between heavy metal, classic rock, pop music, or hip-hop, and the results are as follows. A whopping 70% went with classic rock. Pop music came in second with 12%. Heavy metal took third at 11%, and hip-hop came in with just 7%. The time now is 6:41, and we'll head down to Motivation Monday with Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey guys, it's Motivation Monday, and in case you missed that last segment, we're talking about working out outside and what you can do to stay safe. So stick around when we get back. We're going to be taking you through some more movements, some great ways to get in shape this week when we get back.
From your news leader, you're watching Elena LaQuantra, meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, and Craig Smiley with sports. This is Jet 24 Good Morning Erie.
Yeah, I'm watching it too. I see them every day.
Curtains. They're always drawn in this place.
I know.
That guy seems like he's in charge of them. I don't know. I don't feel very good about this.
We have to report this.
Yes, absolutely.
The Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, where a tuition-free public school serves students in kindergarten through 12th grade online, where kids and families connect and learn with Pennsylvania certified teachers, where a dynamic curriculum aligned to state standards makes learning relevant, rigorous, and engaging. PA Cyber, where the learning never stops. For more information, visit pacyber.org.
Top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline helps keep your engine clean for better gas mileage.
Top-tier Citgo Tri-Clean gasoline at Country Fair.
Weather is brought to you by Hurdle and Brown Physical Therapy.
Millions of women of all ages suffer from pelvic floor dysfunction. Hurdle and Brown Physical Therapy offers a safe, effective treatment called biofeedback. Biofeedback retrains muscles, restoring function without surgery, medication, or side effects. So you can take back control of your life, treating everybody like family.
From Jet 24, here's meteorologist Tom DeVecchio, your weather authority.
Looking a little hazy, especially in the Edinburgh area, as you can see, as the Skycam shows the Mallory Lake area. Kind of hard to see those trees there with the fog. But we do have a hazy sun that has risen in the eastern skies, and that's allowing for some nice kind of foggy, muggy Monday morning here. Buoys, not too bad. They're showing wind south, still holding around 10 to 15 miles an hour off of Beach 2 and Walnut Creek. Waves have been generally a foot or less. And the Bay Buoy showing the water temperature up a degree now to 81, so it's warm out there in the bay. Now, it's a big difference on the lake where the water temperature is only 63. So how about swimming in the bay today? Temperatures right now from Harbor Creek through Mill Creek into Lake City in the lower 70s, Albion 71, mid to upper 60s for Summit out toward French Creek, Venango Township, Corey 64 right now for this morning. And we're keeping in the 60s, near 70 across most of Crawford County here. In lower 60s, a little cooler out there toward Chandler's Valley and into Saybrook because your dew point's a little lower here. Bradford dew point right now 61, but almost 70 in Erie, and those dew points temper the drop in temperatures despite the fact that we've had relatively clear skies. Now, as we head on into the afternoon, some showers and storms will start to develop here. These are the summer variety type storms. A little trough will develop. Futurecast has it developing close to Erie from midday and into much of the region for the afternoon. Everyone under the gun. Not everyone will get hit, but these showers and storms could have some good downpours if they do occur. They'll be a little more prominent overall tonight. As a cold front approaches, that front, you can see the northerly winds passing through 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That'll bring some cooler and drier conditions for tomorrow. So on the lake, keep your eye on the sky anytime, but especially midday and into the afternoon. Southwest winds 5 to 12, waves a foot or less, and the water temperature at 63. Partly sunny, warm and humid, mainly dry for the morning. Scattered showers and storms anywhere at any time for the afternoon. Temperatures reaching the middle to upper 80s. And from your weather authority, showers should end early in Erie if they do happen at all. And late morning for those of you out toward the Warren area. Then some sun breaks out for the afternoon, cooler and drier, and they'll have nice weather, as you can see, from Wednesday into Thursday. So here's another nice picture. Hey, let's go out in the water here with Tabitha Wheeler of Springfield Elementary School. With the flag out there, the birds flying, and sunshine. Nice tranquil water there.
That's
Hopefully
beautiful.
stay that way if you're doing some boating today.
That looks like the U.S. Brig Niagara.
It could be.
Beautiful.
So.
Time now for an answer to today's trivia question.
Okay, the one you're not supposed to overthink here. What biblical figure killed 1/4 of mankind? Now, you may not be familiar with any in the Bible, but you have to go early. Very
I was going to Google it and I forgot.
Very early.
I don't know.
Very, very early.
Very, very.
Think like Genesis. How many people were on earth when God first made it in the Bible? You had Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Cain killed Abel, which was 1/4 of the population.
Oh,
so there you go.
Cain, there you go.
Yeah, no army was killing 1/4 of the population.
Maybe if you gave me options, I would have been able to get it.
Options.
Made it hard for me today.
You kids all want options.
Time now to meet the cutest pet of the week. That's thanks to our friends at Country Fair.
And you have the option of checking this picture here, which is sent in by Amy. This is Milo enjoying a stroll through Lawrence Park Golf Course and onto the lake.
Very cute. You can upload a picture of your pet on our website, yourerie.com. You'll find that link on our contest page. It's time now for some Motivation Monday Part 2.
Today, Matt Kravonik is talking about getting out for that run.
Good morning, Mac. Take it away.
Hey guys, and we're back. So I just got back from my run, and I'm going to show you some movements that you can use to cool down from a run. You don't want to stop your run and get right in the car. Your body's going to tighten up, and if you have any foot or knee or hip problems, that's just going to tighten right up. By the time you step out of your car after your exercise, you're going to feel like there's bricks all throughout your body. So I'm going to show you some great ways to kind of wind down after a run. You definitely, if you kicked through the finishing line, if you ended really, really fast, you want to take a 50% jog out and maybe walk off that run a little bit. You also want to then get into some stretching. So we're going to focus on the legs first. Stretching the calves is a really good idea after you perform a run. And it's also really good to work the front of your shins out a little bit. So you're going to hang on to a bench or something like that. Keep your feet flat on the ground and let your hips back so you can open up all the front of your shins, and then you can avoid those pesky stress fractures and other things that happen in the shin area. You do want to work on stretching the quadriceps. That's this area in the front of your leg right here. So you like to keep your knee next to the other knee, pull that foot up in the back, and that's going to give you a really, really good stretch for the quad. Remember, hold these stretches for about 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Hamstrings for 20 seconds. Notice how that toe is up and back, and we're opening the hamstring. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Now, I know we're talking about running, and the upper body isn't really involved in that running process too much, but you do want to work on stretching your shoulders after a run. People tend to run kind of tense, so it's good to pull the arm across and pull the arm across, and also work the front of the shoulders. You can put your hands against your back and push your head up, and that will open up the whole front of your body. So don't forget about great exercise that you guys can do outside besides running. After a run, we can get into some core movements. If you're not very strong in the core, you can start with doing one leg at a time and repping out 20 repetitions, or using a timer and doing 30-second intervals. As part of the iRock Fitness and Fitness U membership, you have an opportunity to work out outside with us. Check out our schedules at fitnesserie.com and iRockFitnessErie.com. We also have free beast training every Saturday morning at 8:30. So get involved, get into it this week. Reach out to us if you have any questions. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
Sounds good. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt. It's 6:50. The current temperatures are warm, 74.
And coming up, a postman caught on video camera. It's coming up after the break.
Do you ever ask yourself, why do people have friendships that last for years? Because you know you can trust them. You have that same confidence at New Motors. When you walk through the doors, you have the assurance that you'll always receive the best customer service.
Exceeding expectations for generations, that's been New Motors' promise to you. And year after year, that's why people trust New Motors. When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
My daughter Casey, she's a little girl. She was officially diagnosed with asthma. We got a call one day. Turned out it was a woman named Cynthia calling, who was a Highmark health coach. She would give advice on things like getting Casey to eat healthy and getting exercise that's appropriate for a child with asthma. It makes it a little more human, and you do feel good knowing that someone actually cares.
Visit CountOnHighmark.com to see why so many people count on Blue.
You can party with Seawolf, your office party, your team party, an anniversary, a birthday party, or just a get-together with friends. Your best party is at UPMC Park.
It's all right here in the Seawolf City.
Log on to YourErie.com every weekday to tell us what you think, and then see the results on the web and Good Morning Erie the next morning. Brought to you by Superstore Joe at Auto Express Kia.
Come rain or come shine, summer is here. And so is your weather authority, the most experienced weather team in the area and the most up-to-date technology to keep you prepared and safe for whatever Mother Nature brings all summer long. Jet 24, your weather authority. We've got you covered.
Get Erie's most accurate forecast from the Jet 24 team of meteorologists on Star 104, home of Jessica and Murphy in the morning.
Star 104.
As the saying goes, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
We'll just ask a Canadian postman who was caught red-handed on video snacking on a homeowner's vegetable garden without permission. Jeremy Muth has today's Look at This.
A hungry mailman was caught red-handed gobbling up a family's tomatoes in Canada. After noticing tomatoes missing, the Montreal family assumed squirrels were to blame. And why wouldn't they? Nasty, thieving creatures squirrels are. Say what? Yeah, I'm talking about you. But I digress. When the family looked at the surveillance footage, the real culprit was revealed.
The postman is stealing tomatoes? Like, what's going on?
The produce pilfering postman was captured on video snacking on multiple visits. The family now says they want an apology. Affiliate CTV reports the man's employer, Canada Post, is aware and has spoken with the family. On the bright side, at least these squirrels have been vindicated. For now. From tomatoes to avocado guacamole, look at the size of that thing. It's a huge variety of avocado originating from South Africa that's been nicknamed the Avozilla. The taste is said to be just as good as regular avocados, but you get a whole lot more. And here's the rub. For now, growers say you can expect to find these avocados in specialty shops in Australia, which will leave avocado fans stateside green with envy. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Ah, bummer. I love guacamole, love avocados.
I love avocados.
Well, time right now is 6:54. The temperature is 73.
And when we come back, we'll have a look at your top headlines.
My dad on the boat, he's the captain, and he runs the ship. Before he was sick, I always kind of thought of him as like Superman. He did everything.
When doctors told me I needed a kidney transplant, I felt that they had to be wrong.
I felt a little helpless. I just went upstairs and cried for a long time. He called me one day and he said, very humbly, I think maybe we should look into doing a living donation.
My daughter had the strength to step up and become my kidney donor, or I wouldn't be alive.
If you look at the UPMC Hammock Transplant Program, it provides world-class surgeons, world-class nephrologists, all providing the same exact care that we provide in Pittsburgh, right here in Erie.
I was humbled and thankful to my daughter in ways that I can't articulate, really.
UPMC Hammock made it a very easy choice for us, and it gave us a lot of time that we wouldn't have had.
I didn't choose to need a kidney transplant, but I did choose UPMC Hammock.
Don't miss the Brazieri Deary Bra Burning Sale, now in progress. Bring us your worn, your torn, your most despised bras, and save 15% off new bras throughout the month of July. Try on the fabulous cami bras, tops, and bathing suits that everyone's talking about. Enjoy 20% savings on all our gorgeous swimwear. Brazieri Deary, defying gravity since 2004 in Village West in Erie.
Preparing you for the day ahead. Good Morning Erie to go.
Here's a look at the stories making news in our region today. 2 people are in the Erie County Prison in connection to the death of a man found buried in an Erie backyard along West 5th Street. Elizabeth Taylor and Antonio McLaurin were charged in connection to the death of this man. A body was found in the 200 block of West 5th Street yesterday morning. Police are investigating the cause of death, but no details about the body are being released at this time. And the search for a missing boater on Chautauqua Lake continued into Sunday night. Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, dive teams, fire departments, and a helicopter all joined in the effort late Saturday. Chautauqua County Sheriff's identifying the boater as 47-year-old Timothy Yoakum of Faulkner, New York. He disappeared about 5:30 Saturday evening. A visit by the President's Secretary of Education is on the City of Erie's schedule this afternoon. Betsy DeVos is expected to make her way into Erie sometime later this afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m. She's expected to visit an elementary school, speaking with teachers and students, also expected to be making some time for the local media. Stephen Wellman, who's facing charges including aggravated assault by vehicle, is scheduled to appear before a magistrate in Corey this morning. The accident happening in the 600 block of West Washington Street in Corey around 1:30 a.m. on May 12th. The 46-year-old Wellman was later arraigned on multiple charges. And now we're turning to meteorologist Tom DeVecchio for one last look at that forecast for the day.
Thank you much, Ellen. As you're checking these out under Erie Auto Credit Skycam out of Meadville. Definite haze and some fog in the atmosphere for this morning. Otherwise, not too bad of a start to our day. No rain in the region for now, but we do have some warm temperatures. Low 70s out through Erie, Mill Creek, and Penn State Barron. 71 in Albion, mainly mid to upper 60s for Edinburgh and Summit East into Venango Township and the Corey French Creek area. We stay in the mid-60s, Canada Lake through Woodcock Borough and into Linesville, and a little cooler, lower 60s for Chandler's Valley and Saybrook. A lot of moisture in the air, mid to upper 60s, so we've got the high dew points, and we have a frontal system that will be approaching. Now, ahead of it, there is a little trough, and that trough is expected to set off some scattered showers and storms midday into the afternoon. Who gets hit is really a tough call here, so just keep your eye to the sky. It'll probably tend to start here along the lake shore or closer to it in the early afternoon and then develop farther inland as we go through the day. The front goes through tonight, drier air for tomorrow. South winds becoming onshore 5 to 12. Waves would be 2 feet or less. And from your weather authority, we're looking at some scattered showers and thunderstorms for the day with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s and drier conditions as we head on toward tomorrow and Wednesday.
That's all we have for you. Have a great day.
Take care.
And